What is up YouTube, and welcome to this The Boys Season 3 video. So yesterday I talked about a controversial theory that Ryan will be taking on a legacy title of Soldier Boy along with Jensen Ackles in Season 3. You can go and check that on my channel if you're interested, along with my breakdown of the Season 2 finale as well. But today we will be previewing Season 3 with Episode 2 of our Season 3 prediction series as we discuss Victoria Neuman. Now, a lot of you were in my comments saying your theories about her and what her plans are, and I thought it'd be a fun topic to talk about with you. So there will be spoilers on this video, so please do be warned. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below and click subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a video. So the mind-blowing twist literally at the end of Season 2 was a very, very good one and sorta, kinda steeped in the history of the comics. Now in the source material, Victoria was Vic, as in Vic the Veep, a super who was in the pockets of Vought and an ex-Vought CEO, and was also later on the running mate of Dakota Bob. That was the same character that we saw at the start of Season 2, Episode 8, where the characters Mallory and Victoria Neuman were actually talking to him about Compound V being pushed as a state of emergency by the then president. Now, Bob hated Vic the Veep, and Vic later incapacitated Bob to take the power of the presidency. So I'd be very interested to see if they go along the lines of Vic becoming the running mate when the current president is up for a re-election or has had his 2 terms. Well, that was until he met an untimely death at the hands of Homelander. However, while Victor Neuman was a former CEO of Vought, Victoria in the show is clearly a riff or homage to everyone's favourite Bangles-loving politician, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, aka AOC. She was seen from the start as being anti-Vought and a big crusader against the use of Compound V by Vought after the scandal at the start of this season. She was even seen attempting to help the boys when they get hold of Lamplighter and pushed for a bigger player in the Compound V scandal to testify at the hearings, leading Vogelbaum to get his head popped when he went to go and testify, and, well, the rest of the audience also faced an explosion of brains. We then got the big reveal at the end of the season that Victoria Neuman was not only getting info from the Church of the Collective, but was also the one behind the head popping, which was a very, very cool twist, and is now a congresswoman there with Huey helping her in her office. So many questions did run through my head, like, was she a supe all this time? Is she working with Vought? Was the courtroom a false flag? Now, quite a few of you had the cool idea that Cindy was the daughter of Victoria Neuman, and, well, we know that the offspring of supes have the same powers, such as Ryan having the same powers as his father Homelander. I'm not sure Neuman is old enough to have a daughter of Cindy's age, but another commenter did say that they could be sisters. However, in my opinion, the show has telegraphed already what is going to happen with the storyline of Victoria Neuman. So we learned at Sage Grove, Stormfront was planning to work on Compound V so it can be injected into adults to create an instant army of superheroes. Now, previously the compound is injected into mothers in utero to create supers from birth. And, well, creating an instant army is a massive opportunity. They could literally send soldiers in, inject them with Compound V, and then they can take out whatever the threat is. Now, considering that Victoria knew quite a lot, I think that she knew about the Sage Grove facility already before and knew about the Compound V injections and injecting adults with Compound V to give them powers straight away. Now, in the comics, Huey is given an injection of Compound V that gave him powers for a few days and was then given the task of taking down a supe. And I think that this is what is happening here with Victoria Neuman is pretty much the same. I theorized that she was able to get her hands on some of the compound V and injected it with herself. Maybe, or at least Cindy looked like she had similar powers and is on the run, so maybe she took some of the compound V created from Cindy's blood to give her her powers, but just a bit of a wild one there. Now, this then allowed her to play on the same level playing field as the supes, and that's something which we haven't had, because if you go up against a supe, you're pretty much going to get destroyed unless you're Billy the Butcher and his crowbar. She's quite clearly anti-supe, and I think her playing a double agent, so to speak, for Vought would be pretty boring. But one issue with the theory, however, I have, is that when the boys were talking to Raina, she mentioned a power grab, including an internal civil war. And then she later blew the head off of Vogelbaum testifying, so she's actually helped Vought keep their secrets to themselves. Then again, this could all be a false flag. I believe that she's got her powers, and she's done this to create a new threat in the public's perception. She would want to keep all of the secrets to herself for now, as she's able to keep all of the supes under control. Before his head was exploded when he opened a can of Fresca, the leader of the Church of the Collective said how he had so much dirt on over a dozen different supes. So she must have done all of this to protect and prove how dangerous they are to justify her new department, which would allow her to oversee all of the supes. She's also funneling money to the boys to keep an eye on the supes as well. So no, I don't think she's working with Vought, but I think some of the storylines are quite similar. I think that she is doing this to keep control, but then she will run for president and then may have the same ideas that Billy the Butcher had of killing every single supe using a tainted version of Compound V, which was used by a character called Nina Nemenko. So I think that's possibly what is going on here. I think they're following the story beats that we've had thus far, only for them to take things in a bit of a different way. It would be a funny turn of events, and in my opinion, a neat twist on some of the comic book stuff that has already happened. I like the idea of a big bad who is actually doing the right thing. That's why people like Thanos was so good, and of course Killmonger from Black Panther, because they feel like they're doing the right thing. And at least Thanos, he had some idea of creating a world or universe that was actually, sustainable. And here we have Victoria wanting to stop the supes from doing what they're doing by having a task force to, stop them, but that was created from an absolute lie. We know a few of Sage Grove may return as Cindy's on the run, and the show's creators have said how Love Sausage may even return. And I have a full video on his backstory on my channel, which you can check out. But that's it for this video. Please drop a like down below if you enjoyed it, and please do subscribe with the notifications on so you never miss a video, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.